when that opportunity comes, you need to already be ready. You can't like have the opportunity come and then I'm gonna get ready now.
Get ready. No, like
It
it's
doesn't,
too
it
late.
doesn't work that way. It's too late. So that's like a good point. Learn as much as you can, like, and do as much as you can. And when that opportunity comes, you need to be ready and you need to kill it because if you don't, you might not get that chance.
Peace. On this week with Tori the Birth Keeper, we are having the pleasure of meeting with Darrius Medina, the founder and CEO of Lit Creative. And he shares all of his secrets on how he turned his passion of lighting, set design, and production and turned it into a career path of a lifetime. Getting to meet with big names like ASAP Rocky, Erykah Badu, traveling all over the world, Stockholm, Greece, Australia, on tours with them. So if you want to know some of his secrets, tune in because he drops so many gems. Make sure you hit that like button, press the bell so you get notified every time that we post, and subscribe.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Today, we are so grateful to have Darrius Medina, the owner and CEO of Lit Creative. Welcome, Darrius. Can
Thanks
you
for having
tell
me.
us, of course, can you tell us a little bit about Lit Creative, how you were able to turn your passion into a business?
Yeah. So what we do is stage design, creating video content, and kind of running lighting and video for live events, whether it be concerts or music video or corporate event. It started off kind of just being a freelancer because I've always been in the production industry since I grown up. And instead of passing along the jobs or like denying the jobs, I would try to do it all. And I just met so many people along the way. So what I would do is just kind of hire other people that I knew that could do it, and still kept it like under me. So that's kind of how the company got started. I just kind of got too busy to do it all myself. So kind of made a brand to kind of expand on that.
Yeah, and I think that that's so amazing because a lot of people get caught up. Yeah, a lot of people get caught up when they're first starting their businesses and trying to get the website, trying to get the papers, trying to get the LLC, and like all of those things. But you were just like, let me find the money. Like, where is the money? Where is
Yeah.
the job? And then we can move forward with like all the other stuff from there.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't even a thought process for me to even think of starting a company or anything. Like I wasn't even thinking of that. I just wanted to do like the best work and as much work as I could. And the company thing just kind of happened. It wasn't really planned out of me like, oh, I want to make like this much money doing this, so let me do it this way. It was more of just following like my passion and what I like to do, and it just turned into something.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Can you tell us the story of how you signed your first big artist? Because I don't know if some of you may not be familiar, but he's worked with big names like Erykah Badu, Major Lazer, just different big names in the industry like that. So how was the road for you to get to being known and getting signed?
Yeah, so I kind of worked for a couple of different like production companies and stuff. Things didn't really start kicking off until I started working at a venue. I worked at House of Blues and the Observatory. They're in Orange County, California, and from there, I actually got to like meet different, you know, bands and their crew and stuff. And it kind of just went from there. I was doing a show at the observatory because I was just the house lighting guy there. So I would do lights for whoever didn't have a lighting person, or just help whoever the lighting person was for that artist get situated, in our venue. And after the show, a guy came up to me and was like, "Hey, I really like your work. Like, how long have you been working for this band for?" And I told him, I was like, "I actually don't work for the band at all. Like, I haven't heard this band until like right now. Like, this is my first time hearing them." And he was like, "What? That's so crazy. Like, that was really good. I thought you worked with the band." And he got my contact info and he was like, "Hey, if you, I may be looking for someone, I'll let you know," type of thing. And that happens like so many times. I can't even count how many times someone was like, "Oh, I'll hit you up," type of thing. So at this point, like, I don't even think that's anything anymore until I actually see
Not
it.
thinking anything of it, just like, oh yeah, I'll hit you up. Right.
Yeah. So I got so tired of getting my like hopes up on things that I don't even like believe in that anymore. Um, but yeah, he actually hit me up, and it was he was the video guy for Erykah Badu. And I don't know what happened to their old lighting person, but they left or something happened. I don't know the story behind that. Yeah, I did my first show with them, and the first show I did was probably like one of the biggest shows I've ever done. Um, and it was for Essence Music Festival. And yeah, we played that festival, and I did really good on that. And then I kind of just have been working with them ever since. And that was, I don't know, maybe like 5 or 6 years ago. Um, and yeah, everything I've kind of done since then, or even since the beginning, has pretty much been me just like over putting in effort and like and working the hardest I can, and someone just noticing. So that's kind of just like one of the things that I like to
That is
tell
so
people.
important. Yeah.
Yeah, that you never know who's watching.
Do your best every single time, no matter how small the project, no matter how big. Like, you showing up and putting that 100% in every time, you never know who's watching. So that's so awesome. Thank you for dropping that gem.
Yeah. Like literally, pretty much almost every opportunity that I've had. I mean, some haven't been from that, but most of the opportunities that I have had has been from someone else watching, whether it be like in the crowd or like a word of mouth type of thing.
And that is so important. Like your reputation preceding you can bring you can open so many doors. And so just showing up in integrity in everything is definitely important. So what was the hardest lesson that you had to learn as an entrepreneur?
The hardest lesson that I've had to learn is one, most people don't want to work hard. Most people don't want to work as hard as you. And the sooner you get over that fact, the better.
No one is going to care about your business as much as you do.
Yeah, exactly. And it still to this day, it's still even hard for me. But yeah, you just got to get over it. That's probably the hardest lesson for sure is just when you like want to do something, like you'll do everything it takes and work as hard as you need to. Like I wouldn't go out, I wouldn't do things, I would just work all day every day. And not everyone wants to do that. And
entrepreneurship is not for everyone. It's
yeah,
not unique.
yeah, and people want results, and people see success and things, but they don't see the steps it took to get there. It's a saying, people say a lot, like people see, these people, but they have no idea the like years of struggle and like work that's put behind it. Like, sure, yeah, once you're like at that point, then yeah, it may be, a little bit easier and nice, but that road to get there is definitely a ton of work. And
I
yeah,
think
you have
our
to be willing
culture,
to sacrifice.
for sure. Like, I think our culture kind of highlights the instant gratification or like the overnight successes, and it never goes down that way. Like, I remember even Nipsey Hussle saying that, like, the only difference, the only reason why I made it is because I didn't quit. Like, I experienced all the emotions, I went through all the things, all the ups and the downs, and the only reason we make it is because we don't quit. And I
Yeah.
feel like that self determination, that Kuji Jakalia energy of just like, I'm gonna will this into existence because no one else can, tell me otherwise. I think it's super important to have if you're gonna take this step into entrepreneurship.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, a lot of persistence, a lot of failing and still getting back up and doing it again, and learning from mistakes. I mean, there are a very few people that have become entrepreneurs or run businesses and stuff, and it's kind of by chance or by luck or like knowing the right people, but that percentage of people is very, very, very small. It does
Definitely
happen, but
small,
it's not like it's very small. But
where they get to inherit their businesses from
yeah,
whoever. Like, I wish a business successfully just sat on my lap. Like,
yeah,
that'd be amazing.
yeah.
So that goes back into like, when did you know that it was your first time to hire someone? So I remember you saying like you were just taking on jobs, and then you were like, okay, I have so much work that I need to be able to like get it done and people I can trust. So can you tell like the story of how you first got your contractor to like work under you?
Yeah, so I I don't even know who the first person was, because it's all been a few different people at different times. But all the people that I've hired, as contractors or employees, they've all been people that I've like met along the way, or have been following their work, for work that we do. Like, there a lot of stuff is on Instagram just because like we're in like entertainment and media, and for that stuff is online. Not everyone is like posting that kind of stuff, but at least like this generation now they are. And just the whole scene in LA is all entertainment, so everyone kind of knows each other. The industry is pretty small, but it's all just been from people that I I was given a chance when I was younger and starting off, so I kind of like to do the same thing. Um, I kind of just like to like give that back because I've gotten the chance to do stuff when no one else would give me the chance, and
And
I
that's super important, like giving back to the community that like helped build us. I love that you do that.
yeah. So that's kind of the people that I've hired have been people, that I've been following, and they're younger, starting off, and want to give them a chance, and also like make sure they know what they're doing, obviously, as well. And if it's a project that's like above me or something that I can't even do, I know the people that can, and I'll bring them on.
Yeah, that's super important. So, any advice for like creators out there, like put your content out there because, like he said before, like you never know who's watching. And you might get noticed from someone who's looking for that because you are being authentic, you are showing your craft, and you're showing up for yourself. So, that's super important. Just don't be afraid to be your own biggest marketer. Like, you are the only one that's going to be selling your products, letting people know that you even are a business in the beginning. So just having that is super, super important. share what you do with the world. Get that 60-second pitch, that elevator pitch together. So that way, when the opportunities present themselves, you're able to, highlight yourself in the way that you feel good about.
Yeah. I think that's another good point you made too of being ready when opportunities present themselves. That's a good way of growing your brand. For whatever it is you do. A lot of people don't like to do things because they're like, oh, I'm not ready yet. Oh, when this happens, then I'll build my website or I'll do that. And I forget what the saying is or something, but it's like build the something and they'll come or whatever. Like
Yeah,
yeah, like
when the student is ready, the teacher appears, or something like that.
yeah.
That
There's like there's a couple of sayings, but basically like when that opportunity comes, you need to already be ready. You can't like have the opportunity come and then I'm gonna get ready now.
get ready. No, like
It,
it's too
it
late.
doesn't work that way. It's too late. So
Yes,
that's like a good point. Learn as much as you can, like and do as much as you can, and when that opportunity comes, you need to be ready and you need to kill it because if you don't, you might not get that chance again. So
absolutely. And just like it was right along the lines of that, of just getting yourself, like, doing the work for free in a sense. Not that you don't need to get paid for it, but you need to be doing it for free to grow yourself, to test your own products, to like send it to your family and see how it goes. Like, you need to be putting in that time when no one else is watching, when no one else is seeing it, so that way when the opportunity presents itself, you can be ready. Because it starts all in the bathroom, saying that speech to yourself 10,000 times just to make sure you get it right and you're presenting yourself in the right way. So definitely important. Can you describe the best marketing campaign that you've done for yourself?
that's a hard one because I haven't really done any marketing campaign stuff like that for myself. Um, most of it is just like Instagram and like website and stuff. I am like at this point now, just because of COVID and everything has slowed down a bunch. And I haven't really had the time to do it. So now that things have slowed down a lot, and like now I'm starting to put that together. Because before I was kind of just talking to people that have reached out to me, rather than me reaching out to other people and stuff. So if you're like reaching out to people, like people want to see your work, people want to know what you've done and stuff. So I'm putting that stuff together now that I have the time, but I never really did it before. And I wish I had. Maybe I would have gotten more work back then.
But that is an important point too, because a lot of people don't realize that you can build a sustainable business without having to do the Facebook ads, do the Instagram ads, or whatever. Like, there is an authentic way to grow your business through word of mouth, and it is super super powerful. And people, for since the beginning of time, that's how they marketed themselves. So going back to what we were saying earlier, showing up, doing 100% every time, showing your best work, like that is marketing. Like that is it.
Yeah. And like I know some people that have clothing brands, and they kind of do. Some of them do the same thing. They're like there's some of these brands that their mission is to like get an influencer or an artist to like wear their clothes, and like that's what's gonna make them. But that kind of stuff like doesn't always work, and it's kind of like boosts of like engagement, or like sales and stuff, but like actually building like a brand and like community is gonna last way longer, like long term. So yeah, I mean there's a bunch of different ways to do stuff, but it kind of is what's best for you and like what do you want to be known for.
Yeah, absolutely. Building out what that customer experience you want it to be. Because having an influencer wear your brand is a great way to build awareness, but it might not build always conversion. That's a great way for them to see you. But on the back end, after that, there has to be some kind of funnel for them to get to know you, for them to trust you, and then for them to commit, buy from you. So that's
Yeah.
definitely a part of that.
Yeah, because I had a friend, and he mentioned that same thing. He's like, yeah, if I get an artist to wear my brand or something, the people are only buying the brand because of the artist, not because they actually like the brand. And they may be buying it that one time and not again. And the only way to like actually keep them engaged is to keep posting stuff with that artist, because these are followers of so and so artist. They're not followers of your brand. So building that actual like brand awareness is good, but you need to just also build a community around your brand, and like they need to like you for you and your brand, not because they like someone else.
Right. For what you stand for what you authentically bring into that space. That's super, super important. Do you have any advice for any new entrepreneurs out there just getting started?
I would say first thing is like uh, whatever you're doing, just make sure it's something that like you believe in, something that you want to do, and is a passion of yours. When you are doing things just to make money, you will usually fail at it.
You
Um,
burn out quickly.
yeah, you'll burn out quickly, and you just won't work, as hard because it's not a passion of yours. So I would say definitely find something that's a passion of yours, find something you like, and then figure out how to make money from doing that, not the other way around.
I think that's super important. And also, like, do some testing of it. Like, if you say you want to create some oils or whatever, like, create the oils for yourself. Send it to your family members. Do they actually like it? Would they use it? And kind of do some back and forth from there. Like, do you actually like doing what you're going to be making money doing? And so, finding something that you actually enjoy doing that gives you life after you're finished is super important, because this road is hard. And if you're not passionate about it, you're going to give up way before you even be able to break out and have that success. So that's super important. So thanks, Darrius. And then how can we support you?
You can support me by just sharing, my Instagram website with people. It's at Lit Creative, LIT Creative. Um, Always looking for more people that can share the brand. If anyone is interested in production work or assisting in production work, also on our Instagram, there's an email option. Send us an email if you're interested, or have any questions.
Yes, thank you, Darrius. It's been such a pleasure. Yes, having you on today. Kensley says hi. Say hi, Darrius. And I would love you guys' support with a subscribe for different knowledge and content like this.